يوم ينفخ في الصور فتأتون أفواجا وفتحت السماء فكانت أبوابا وسيرت الجبال فكانت سرابا إن جهنم كانت مرصادا للطاغين مآبا لابثين فيها أحقابا لا يذوقون فيها بردا ولا شرابا إلا حميما وغساقا جزاء وفاقا إنهم كانوا لا يرجون حسابا وكذبوا بآياتنا كذابا وكل شيء أحصيناه كتابا فذوقوا فلن نزيدكم إلا عذابا. The day when the trumpet is sounded, all of you come forth in multitudes, and the sky is flung open, and therein appear gates all over, and the mountains are set in motion, so that they become a mirage. Indeed, hell lurks in ambush, a place for the transgressors. They will abide therein for ages. Nothing cool will they taste therein, nor will they have anything to drink except hot water and pus, a recompense according to their deeds. These people did not expect any accountability and had recklessly denied our revelations, and we have counted everything by writing it down. So taste it, we shall only increase torment for you. After a portrayal of the arguments which substantiate a day of judgment in the previous verses, these verses portray the upheaval which will take place in the universe on that day. Simultaneously, the fate encountered by the rebellious and the disobedient is depicted. It is indicated in يَوْمَ يُنْفَخُ فِي الصُّورِ فَتَأْتُونَ أَفْوَاجًا that raising up mankind from its graves for the day of judgment will not be of the slightest of bother for the Almighty. At the sound of a trumpet, people will come out from their graves in multitudes and begin to tread towards the collar of God. At another place it is said that people will emerge from their graves in the manner locusts emerge and will run straight towards the collar without any deviation. The verse وَفُتِحَتِ السَّمَاءُ فَكَانَتْ أَبْوَابًا asserts that this sky, which today seems to be so strong and robust and is in the form of a dome that does not have any fissures, will be opened up on that day in such a manner that there will appear doors all over it. The verse وَسُيِّرَتِ الْجِبَالُ فَكَانَتْ سَرَابًا stresses that these mountains which are set firm on the earth will be uprooted and set in motion. Today they are solid rock. However, on that day they will be fragile like dunes of sand. The verse إِنَّ جَهَنَّمَ كَانَتْ مِرْصَادًا depicts that right after this upheaval, hell will appear so suddenly as if it was lying in ambush behind the shield of this upheaval, eager to become the abode of the rebellious. Neither will any preparation be required for its appearance, nor will it give any time to the rebellious to prepare themselves. The word ahqabun in labithina fiha ahqaba means centuries. At many places in the Qur'an, it is explained as khalidina fiha abada, or they will remain in it forever. Some people have interpreted this word as a long period, signifying the fact that hell will come to an end one day. This opinion is not correct. To understand a discourse, it is essential to interpret the concise in the light of the comprehensive, and not vice versa. The words khalidina fiha abada obviously are comprehensive, and the word ahqab is concise. Thus this concise must be understood in the light of the comprehensive and not the other way round. Moreover, this is a mention of the fate of the rebellious, about whom the Qur'an at other instances has specified that they will never be able to come out of hell. In the verses لا يذوقون فيها بردا ولا شرابا إلا حميما وغساقا, the word ghassaq has been explained by lexicographers as blood and pus, as well as boiling hot or dirty water. They will be denied anything cold there in totality. In Surah Mursalat, even though the word dhillun or shade occurs, it refers to the shade of smoke, and it is further clarified about this shade that it will neither provide coolness to them nor will it save them from sparks of fire. The verse jaza'an wifaqa signifies that their punishment will be commensurate with their deeds. Whatever they earn in this world will be shown to them as an account. In the hereafter, every good or evil deed will bear result as per its nature, and it is this result which they will face. The verses إِنَّهُمْ كَانُوا لَا يَرْجُونَ حِسَابًا وَكَذَّبُوا بِآيَاتِنَا كِذَّابًا imply that these people were never afraid of any accountability and remained indifferent to it, and recklessly denied the verses of God which were recited out to them to inform them of it. The word kizaba is a verbal noun and is meant to emphasize the verb kadhabu. Although its verb stem or wazn is different, however, it means denial. If this aspect of emphasis is kept in mind, then an accurate rendering of this verse would be, they recklessly or blatantly denied. The verse وَكُلَّ شَيْءٍ أَحْصَيْنَاهُ كِتَابًا points to the fact that though these people thought that they neither would have to face any accountability nor any punishment, the Almighty had counted each and every deed of theirs by recording it in writing. This account shows the elaborate arrangement in the preservation of the record of deeds. The implication is that there is no possibility of any error or forgetfulness in it. The verse فَذُوقُوا فَلَن نَذِيدَكُمْ إِلَّا عَذَابًا is in the present tense to make a future event more effective. They are told that although they remained indifferent to their fate, they will now have to taste the results of their deeds. Simultaneously, to make them completely lose hope of any improvement in the future, they are informed that it is only torment and punishment which they will keep facing. They should not hope of being given any respite. The change that will come in their circumstances will only be a further increase in their torment. إِنَّ لِلْمُتَّقِينَ مَفَازًا حَدَائِقَ وَأَعْنَابًا وَكَوَاعِبَ أَتْرَابًا وَكَأْسًا دِهَاقًا لَا يَسْمَعُونَ فِيهَا لَغْوًا وَلَا كِذَّابًا جَزَاءً مِّن رَبِّكَ عَطَاءً حِسَابًا. Indeed, for the God-fearing is success on that day, orchards and grapes, blooming maidens of equal ages, and overflowing cups. They will not hear therein any nonsense or any false accusation. This will be the reward from your Lord, exactly according to their deeds. After a mention of the fate of the rebellious and the defiant, the fate of the righteous is mentioned, so that the other side of the picture is also brought to light. There is great success for people who spent their lives fearing the day of judgment. It needs to be kept in mind that the real thing which keeps a person on the right path is fear of the hereafter. He who houses this fear in his heart is a righteous person, and he who is devoid of it will soon be subdued by Satan, and such a person then openly defies the Almighty. The words hadaiqa wa a'naba, or orchards and grapes, portray the success achieved by the righteous. Although the word hadaiq is commonly used for orchards of palm trees, however, for such orchards too, the height of delight was that the palm trees be on the boundary, while within it be grapevines and plantations of other fruits and vegetables. Here grapes are mentioned after orchards the way something specific is mentioned after the general. The expression وَكَوَاعِبَ أَتْرَابًا mentions the hurs of paradise. They are described as being in blooming youth and being of the same age. For mutual closeness, friendship and association, and being of the same age is essential. The expression وَكَأْسًا دِهَاقًا points to the fact that they will be given brimming cups of pure wine. However, consumption of this wine will not intoxicate them so as to make them indulge in unseemly talk and perjuries, something which is an essential result of the wine drunk in this world. This wine will indeed take them to the height of delight and ecstasy, but will not affect their senses. It will not inebriate them so as to make them indulge in indecent talk and in telling lies. It should be kept in mind that under the influence of liquor, a person at times utters such nonsensical allegations that they become the basis of permanent enmity between families and tribes. Societies in which people become indifferent to honor and integrity ignore such customs. However, the Arabs were a very honorable people. If they would utter something even under the influence of liquor which would besmear the honor of someone, then this would have such far-reaching consequences that no amends could be made for it. The word kizaba used by the Qur'an refers to such conversation. Earlier on, it is said of the disbelievers that they will be punished commensurate with their deeds. Here in the verse it is said that the believers will be rewarded commensurate with their deeds. The Almighty will not obliterate the slightest of their pious deeds. Moreover, He has also promised them even more out of His grace. رَبِّ السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضِ وَمَا بَيْنَهُمَا الرَّحْمَنِ لَا يَمْلِكُونَ مِنْهُ خِطَابًا. From the Lord of the heavens and the earth and all that lies between them, the most gracious on whose behalf they will have no authority to say anything. The reward and punishment mentioned above is from the Lord of the heavens and the earth and all that is between them, and no one is his associate or partner, nor can grant something to people on his behalf. The words La yamlikuna minhu khitaba refer to the alleged deities of the disbelievers who think that they will be able to come in contact with these deities, and the latter will have the authority to ask God anything for these disbelievers and have it granted to them. The verse negates this false notion. No one will have any authority to speak on his behalf. Only those will speak in his presence who will be permitted to do so, and they will only be able to speak the truth. يَوْمَ يَقُومُ الرُّوحُ وَالْمَلَائِكَةُ صَفًّا لَا يَتَكَلَّمُونَ إِلَّا مَنْ أَذِنَ لَهُ الرَّحْمَنُ وَقَالَ صَوَابًا. On the day when Gabriel and the angels will stand arrayed, no one will speak unless the most gracious allows, and he will speak the truth. The idolaters trusted the intercession of the angels the most. They would worship them, regarding them to be daughters of God. The verse says that Gabriel and other angels will stand before the Almighty the way servants stand before their master. None of them would be able to initiate a conversation. Only they will dare open their mouths who are permitted by God and will only speak the truth. In other words, if the idolaters wrongly believe that their deities will be able to cajole and convince the Almighty to grant them their wishes and will also be able to intercede for them in whatever manner they desire, this will never materialize. The word Ar-Ruh refers to Gabriel. This word is used for him at many places in the Qur'an. He is the archangel. He was mentioned the foremost so that it may become plain to disbelievers that if he has no authority, the others have no standing whatsoever in this regard. Some have interpreted this word to mean the souls of people. However, there is no reason to accept this interpretation. ذَلِكَ الْيَوْمُ الْحَقِّ فَمَنْ شَاءَ اتَّخَذَ إِلَىٰ رَبِّهِ مَآبًا. This day is certain to come, so whoever wishes can make his abode towards his Lord. This is a declaration of fulfillment of a responsibility. It was essential to inform people of the arrival of that day, and this has been done. It is now the responsibility of the people themselves. This day from which people are being born is certain to come. No one can defer it, nor will anyone be of any benefit to others. So, it is only a person's own benefit to make his abode towards his Lord. Three things are evident from the verse, فَمَنْ شَاءَ اتَّخَذَ إِلَىٰ رَبِّهِ مَآبًا. Firstly, the only responsibility of God and His Prophet ﷺ is to inform people of the day, and it is not their responsibility to force its fear to enter the hearts of people. Secondly, on that day, it is only the Almighty with whom refuge can be sought. No one will have anyone else to seek refuge with. Thirdly, the way in which refuge can be sought with God is that one should adopt his path in this world. He who does not adopt his path in this world will not be able to acquire his refuge in the hereafter. إِنَّا أَنذَرْنَاكُمْ عَذَابًا قَرِيبًا يَوْمَ يَنْظُرُ الْمَرْءُ مَا قَدَّمَتْ يَدَاهُ وَيَقُولُ الْكَافِرُ يَا لَيْتَنِي كُنْتُ تُرَابًا. We have forewarned you of an imminent doom on the day when a man will see the earning he would have sent forward, and the disbeliever will cry, "Oh, would that I were dust." This is the final warning. The imminent doom refers to the fact that after the advent of the Messenger of God among these people, their fate is certain to be decided in this world as per the established practice of the Almighty. This doom will be a prelude to the doom of the hereafter. It is foolishness to regard the doom of the hereafter to be far off, because this life has a short span, and he who dies faces the hereafter forthwith, as is evidenced by the narrative, when any of you dies, his day of judgment is set up. Al-Muttaqi, Kanzul Ummal, Volume 15, page 289. The implication of وَيَقُولُ الْكَافِرُ يَا لَيْتَنِي كُنْتُ تُرَابًا is that on that day the deeds of every person will be shown to him, and those who have not prepared for this will cry out in anguish on their misfortune, wishing that they had remained dust and they never existed. With the grace of God, I come to the end of this surah's tafsir. Falhamdulillahi awwalan wa akhira. Rahmanabad, 4th April 1979 AD, 6th Jamadi al-Awwal, 1399 AH.